As part of the so-called dine-in program, Sacramento area restaurants received money from the county to make meal kits and distribute them to people struggling during the pandemic. For round 2 of the program, the Sacramento NAACP was brought in to help, in charge of distributing more than $2 million. And where that money ended up is now raising questions. Did you misuse county money?
Absolutely not.
Sitting down exclusively with KCRA3, Betty Williams addresses claims she used county funds to pay her own business.
That was a benefit to the community, not a misuse.
We talked to Williams in October after she was suspended as the Sacramento NAACP president.
I don't think it's coincidental that it happened.
She denied the allegations and said the whole thing was politically motivated. Now, we've learned 2 months later, Sacramento County sent this letter to the NAACP. The group was in charge of distributing money for the county's Dine-In 2 program, and the county wanted invoices showing how that money was spent. Financial documents obtained by KCRA3 Investigates shed some light. In addition to paying restaurants like Paisley Cafe, Louisiana Heaven, and Daddy-O's Smokehouse, Williams also paid her own business, One Solution, at least $39,000. It shows One Solution with an hourly rate of $150 for 12 hours. How did those numbers come about, those specific hourly rates?
That is something that was worked out with my team in the county.
We first told you about the Dine-In 1 program when Williams was furious that no African-American owned businesses were selected by the county to get funding.
I am mad as hell. I am mad as hell.
After our story aired, the county agreed to a second program, with a chunk of the money being distributed by the NAACP. The contract for that says contractors should not have a financial interest, direct or indirect, in any business, property, or source of income that conflict with the contract. Based on that, it would seem as if you broke that contract. Do you agree with that assessment?
I don't agree with that assessment completely, and this is why. I didn't realize this piece was in there.
Williams says she was so passionate about the program, she used money from her own outreach business to get Dine-In 2 off the ground.
My company supplied the payroll. We covered the workman's comp. We covered the liability. We covered the employee tax.
She told me she didn't think anything was wrong with paying that same business once the county funding started coming in.
If I had understood this to be a true conflict, I definitely would have pivoted another way.
But Williams wouldn't tell us how much money she put down up front, saying her attorney advised her not to talk about it. Williams said she didn't try to hide that One Solution was being paid with the money. It's listed right here on the monthly updates approved by the county. Again, we've been reporting on this program for nearly 2 years, including asking questions about how your tax dollars are being spent. Back in March of last year, the county told us the Department of Human Assistance was overseeing the distribution of funds. The county said a program planner makes sure all of the contract terms are met and supporting documents are provided before approving reimbursement. The Financial Management Division then reviews documentation to make sure everything matches up with the contract before checks are issued. Back to you.
So we followed up with the county today asking how this happened if there's such a thorough review, what Brandy just described. The county says it's their job to make sure the subcontractors have legitimate business licenses, but they say it's the contractor's responsibility, and in this case that's the NAACP, to make sure that their subcontractor meets the program requirements. In a statement to KCRA3, county officials say county staff were not aware that the subcontractors NAACP contracted with posed a conflict of interest as outlined both by the county contract terms and the NAACP bylaws. The county also confirmed it's commissioned a fiscal monitoring review of its former contract with the NAACP because of inconsistencies in the invoicing and the record keeping. Today, we also heard back from the national NAACP. A spokesperson confirmed that the national office is conducting a forensic audit of the Sacramento branch. The organization says all members and local leadership involved in the accusations have been suspended. Do you have a tip for KCRA3 Investigates? You can call 3 at 916-325-3344, or you can send an email to kcrainvestigates@kcra.com. We will look into your tips, so make sure to leave your contact information so we can get back to you.